everybody, welcome back to another video of the SHAK experience, where idiots are us. Always me. Always. Anybody could tell you, I'm an idiot. But anyway, I have another question for you all. Has anybody out there have ever had really bad luck with a car? Or any kind of car, group of cars, whatever? Anybody? The only reason why I ask is since I have been married to my wife, we have gone through a lot of cars. More cars than we probably should in 3 years. But, yeah. Anyway, let me explain what I'm talking about here. Okay? When my wife and we got married, she had a really nice Equinox. I don't remember what year it was. I know my wife would know, but anyway, it was a really nice Equinox. I had a 2006 Dodge Stratus, and you know, that's what we had when we got married. So, but then not long after we got married, I was up visiting my mother one time, and I ended up getting my Stratus stuck in a mud pit right by the driveway, because the angle of my mother's yard, it's like on a slant, so like every time it rains and stuff and all that, the water just runs all down, and the one part of the yard gets really like muddy and swampy and just bleh. And anyhow, somehow I was up visiting her while my wife was working, and I ended up getting stuck in the mud. And of course, I was trying to get out of the mud, and the more I tried, the more I got buried in. The whole car was pretty much covered in mud. It sat there for a couple of days till we got one of our friends to come and kind of get his chain on his truck and kind of dig me out. So there was that. The one time my wife in her Equinox, then she was coming home from work one time, she got stuck on a snowbank, and something happened with the exhaust, and of course we had to get that fixed, at some point. It took us, till a little bit after winter before, or no, it was still during winter, because I remember, yeah, that's what I'm coming up to next, I think, yeah. Anyways, actually, it wasn't that winter. It was the winter before. Or the winter after. Whatever, don't mind me. I'm an idiot. I like to ramble sometimes, especially if I get lost in my own story. But anyhow, we were good there for a while. And then, yeah, because then we went through another spring, summer, and everything. And then, the one day I was on my way to work, and I was driving my Stratus, and all of a sudden, like I was driving, and it just went bleh. And at first I thought, oh yeah, I just hit a bump. Yeah, I started seeing smoke out the back of the the rear view mirror, and I started smelling like burnt rubber, and I'm like, what the heck? So I pulled over and I looked, and my back tire went from being straight, like a tire would be straight. It was like that, because apparently the axle or something, it broke or something, and it just, so I was like, yeah, okay, I can't drive to work like that. So I turned around. Luckily I was not too far from home, and by the time I got back in the driveway, the tire just exploded, blew from being rubbing up against this side of the car and everything. So there went my car, and because it was an older car and everything, it would take a lot of money to fix it and everything, so I ended up junking it. So there was that. So we were down to one vehicle, so that was my wife's Equinox, and that was great and everything. The way that we worked, everything worked out good schedule wise. But then later on that winter, which would have been the winter of 2018, it was December. I was coming home from work one night, because I worked, the night till close, and because I worked at the dollar store at the time, and I was coming home. I got right to the Gallitzin exit where the exit that I get off where I live, and it stalled. I was like, oh, okay, the car stalled before, so like whatever. So I just, coasted off to the side of the road. I waited a couple minutes, went to go start it. It didn't want to start. I was like, okay, I'll just flip it off, wait a little bit longer, I'll try again. Wait a couple more minutes, I tried again, nothing. So I turned it back off again, and I'm like, what is going on here, And then the next thing I know, smoke starts coming in to the, inside the thing. I'm like, what in the world? And there was no way I was going to stay inside the car while it filled up smoke. So I got out. And as I got out, I walked across the front of the car, and I saw like a little orange glow on the road. And, so I kind of looked under, and I saw flames, and I'm like, yeah, car's on fire. So I hurried up, got in the car, salvaged what I could get out of the car, and by the time that happened, it started engulfing more. So I managed to do that, and of course I called 911, and I tried to tell the 911 guy where I was and what was going on, and he couldn't get the fact where I was. Where are your current location? I am currently sitting on the side of the Galitzin exit, and the car's on fire. Well, where's that exit at there, ma'am? Because they called me ma'am because my voice, and yes, I've done a video about my voice being high. If you want to know why my voice is high, go check that video out. Because apparently I'm getting some crap about that again, too. People are starting to make fun of my voice again. But anyhow, that's a whole other story. So they kept calling me ma'am, which, I was getting kind of frustrated because, somebody needs to come put out the car. But they're like, are you near Pittsburgh? I'm like, no. I'm like, aren't you guys supposed to have the technology to find where I'm at because I'm using my cell phone? I mean, it took like 10 minutes before they figured out where I was, and then another 10 minutes before the fire trucks get there. By that time, the entire front end was engulfed, and it was melting and everything. And tried to call my wife, and this was like 1 something in the morning, and she's not answering. And, but luckily, 2 passerbys stopped and, gave me a lift home, which was good. Car got towed away. And then the next day, I called the insurance company, tell them what happened. And what do you know? They say they're not going to pay for it or do anything with it because apparently we didn't have full coverage on the Equinox. And here's the funny part. My wife was still making payments on that Equinox. But the insurance company said, oh, you don't have full coverage, so we're not going to do anything. And then we trying to get them to investigate that. They refused to investigate that. They didn't want nothing to do with it. So, yeah. So a certain insurance company, we disassociate ourselves from that insurance company. And unfortunately, because of that, I'm sweating here. Sorry. But anyhow, because of that, my wife stopped paying on the car, so the car technically got repossessed, even though it's still sitting down in the junkyard. We pass it every day when we come to town. But anyway, her credit took a dive. My credit was already on a dive from other things that I'm not going to get into, but it was, we both ended up with bad credit. And so we're there without a car. So for a while there, we were using my mother's car, all 3 of us, to get to work with 1 car, which was fun. Not really, but So there was some bad luck there, obviously. So after that, a friend of ours, Jenny, who I probably mentioned in a couple videos before, she was selling her Envoy, so we bought her Envoy off her. So that helped us, some with, alleviating, things with work and different things, and we had an extra vehicle. And then, what do like we had to get the tire replaced because I'm an idiot, obviously. I ran over a nail, so I had to get a tire replaced. And then, of course, how things are with older vehicles, things started breaking, so we kept putting money into it, and repairing things that needed to be repaired. And then we just was like, I'm not sure this thing's going to pass inspection, when inspection time came up. So we thought, oh, well, let's, see, if we can trade it in or try to sell it, see what we can do. But ultimately, we ended up trading it in, which is another funny story. We were just out one day, just browsing around. Our plan was not to buy. We were just out there going to different dealerships, trying to see what kind of deal they can give us, if anything, especially because my credit's crap, her credit's crap. But we were just, just looking. And then we happened to stop by the car dealership. Can't talk. The car dealership my mother got her car through. And she has, some bad credit too. So we thought, hey, let's just see what happens. And next thing you know, they're like, hey, we'll give you $500 on the Envoy, and then all you got to do is pay us the extra $500, put $1,000 down, and you can walk out here with a car today. And we're like, excuse me, come again, what? Huh? And it turned out that was the case. So we ended up cleaning out the Envoy with all of our stuff that day. And next thing you know, we signed our life away, and we got a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. And let me tell you, this car is nice. It's got some good bells and whistles. We absolutely love it and everything. So with our bad luck with cars, apparently, with, cars that are breaking down, cars that, need fixing up, and, all that stuff, fires, whatever. We're hoping, fingers crossed, really, really hoping and praying that nothing happens, with us, with this Jeep. We're hoping that this Jeep Cherokee can stay in the family for a long time, especially since the payments are like astronomical. But, comes with the territory with bad credit. And be honest, I didn't think that either one of us was going to get approved with our kind of credit. But hey, if they're willing to give us a vehicle to help us improve our credit, that's a good thing. So I'm just hoping that things go good with this car. But I will tell you though, in the week since that we have gotten this car, when we have been out and about running errands and stuff, there have been people pulling out in front of us. There have been people who are slamming on their brakes in front of us. People who are swerving on the road, almost sideswiping us. And it's really? We finally get a nice car and everything, and now all these other people are gunning to, smash it all up on us with us in it. So just everybody, keep your fingers crossed that, nothing happens. Let's break the bad luck chain of cars. Let's just break that. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about. Is just, has anybody out there had that kind of bad luck with cars? And like I said, all that stuff happened within 3 years. So yeah, bad luck. Anyways, but anyway, as always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because I could always use more subscribers, and share me with everybody, all that good stuff. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link to follow me will be down in the description down below and everything. And I've also done something new. I am now on TikTok. I'm still trying to learn it though. I'm still trying to figure things out. So, but if you want to follow me on TikTok, the link for that is also down below. And of course, we're still dealing with this whole pandemic thing. So please stay safe. I keep messing that up all the time because I'm an idiot. Or maybe it's because my brain's melting because it's really, really hot in here, which is always possible, My brain's probably if I was to go, I didn't hear it now, but I was expecting to hear some swishiness. But anyhow, that's going to about do it for this video, and I'll see y'all in the next video.